This way of working was so successful that Ford immediately began trying to use it for more complex parts. Normally, cars would be assembled on a stand by a team of skilled craftsmen. Almost nothing was automated, and a lot of time was spent simply walking around the factory and bringing parts to the car. Any delay in a single task meant that the other workers had to wait to do their task. The whole process was slow and expensive, and a typical car company like Cadillac could only make around 2,000 cars each year. To make cars affordable for the masses, they'd have to be produced in enormous quantities, and no one understood this more than the Ford Motor Company. Henry Ford himself often gets credit for turning his factory into an assembly line. But in reality, the idea came from one of Ford's production engineers, William Klann. At the start of 1913, he visited a meatpacking factory in Chicago, which was known to be one of the most efficient factories in the country. When he was there, he was amazed by what he saw. The animals were hung from a rail on a ceiling and moved to various stations around the factory, where they were cut up, processed, and packaged, ready to be shipped out. The whole process was simplified down to the most basic tasks and spread across multiple workers. This gave William an idea. Although this process worked for taking apart an animal, perhaps it could work for putting together a car. He took the idea to Ford, and they immediately began testing it out on a relatively simple part, the flywheel magneto. Normally, a team of 30 workers would each assemble entire magnetos at individual workbenches. With this setup, around 800 magnetos could be made per day. Ford got rid of the workbenches and installed a single long steel table. The workers were arranged in specific positions, and instead of assembling a complete magneto, they were told to only perform a single task and slide the magneto onto the next person. Since each worker was just repeating the same task, it brought the total assembly time down from 20 minutes to just 13 minutes. To speed up the process even more, Ford replaced the table with a conveyor belt that moved at a constant speed. This caused the slow workers to speed up and the fastest workers to slow down, balancing out the line and keeping everything in sync. In just a few months, Ford went from producing 800 magnetos a day to almost 3,000.